Good afternoon or good evening. This is Angie at Chicken Scratch, and today is January 3rd, 2023. Let me know if you can hear me. Okay, I can see y'all now, or I can see I'm live. Hi, Joanne, Tammy, Jean, Kat, Bonnie. Okay, you guys, can you hear me? Hi there. Yes, you can hear me. Perfect. Okay, I'm going to copy this link really quick and go share it. So give me just a second. Okay, we are live. Whoops, I typed love. Post. Okay, so I'm going to pop out the chat box real quick so I can see everybody. And I need to change that to live chat. Okay, Happy New Year. That's right, it's a new year. Happy New Year. How are y'all doing? Okay, so let's see. I'm moving a tad bit slow tonight. Just gonna warn you. I think I said this like a week ago, though. You're going to get tired of me saying that I'm not firing on all cylinders. But I'm not. Okay, I'm going to switch the cameras around. Let's see, was there anything else I need to tell y'all real quick? I don't think so. I'll explain what's on my desk. The lighting doesn't seem as good tonight, does it? That's really strange. Let's see, select all, put me in the corner, and bring it over. Okay, so good evening, everyone. Before we get started, I'm going to do a little bit of housekeeping here in the beginning. The Designer Series paper charts are ready for y'all to download. You can either print the template that I've provided you, or you can print the scanned PDF that I've also taken care of for you. So I'm just going to show those to you really quick. They turned out really beautiful. Yeah, so by the bay, because this is a 6x6 pack of paper, there's that chart. And then Country Floral, Country Gingham, Delicate Desert. Now the dried brushed metallic, it's a sad piece, isn't it? A sad page. Enjoy the Journey. Fancy Flora is 2 pages because that's the 6x6. Flowers and More is the host paper. That turned out pretty. Like an Animal, Rain or Shine, Ready to Ride, Regency Park, and then we have the celebration paper. So that's the mini catalog, and then here is the celebration. So we've got Dainty Flowers, 2 pages for the Dandy Designs, and then Day at the Farm, and Favored Flowers. All the charts turned out really pretty. These are free for you to print over on my website. You can either 3-hole punch them and put them in a binder, or you can slip them in a page protector. People always ask, what do I use these? How do I use these? I use these when creating and choosing what colors to use with what product. So for example, if I wanted to use what we're using tonight, the Adorable Owls, I would go and look at all of my paper choices and decide, because I like using Designer Series paper on all my cards, that's how I use it. Okay, so if you have any questions, let me know, but they are over on the Designer Series paper charts resource page. If you can't find it, let me know, okay? Card Club. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Thank y'all so much for joining, those of you that have. I'm going to be emailing you guys tomorrow the supply list and a link if you want to purchase the Love Cat stamp set with your Card Club. It's kind of separate because Card Club is one transaction, and then if you want to get the stamp set, that's a different transaction, but I will include it in your packet. And I think that's all. The deadline, of course, will be, there will be no additional sign-ups for January. Once the transactions are run, it's one and done. So if you sign up for Card Club on January 6th, you'll be getting February's, okay? Now, for tonight, I love, love, love the card we're making tonight. It's so cute. Look at this. Yes, okay, so this is the Adorable Owls. I just love it. All of these animals make me so happy. So here's all the supplies. I'm going to put that on the screen for you for just a second. So you can use your phone and take a picture if you'd like, or take a screenshot. The free PDF will be available tomorrow, not tonight. But it will have pictures and measurements and all of that for you. So those are the measurements that we're working with tonight. Oh, thank you, Kathy. So she said she can attest to our Card Club packets. I do try really hard to go above and beyond on the packets because I know that you guys have just, lots of choices of demonstrators. And so I try really hard to make my customer service really stand out. Sometimes I fail, but I try really hard. Okay, so the base of our card is thick Whisper White. If you've never used thick Whisper White, you have to try it. I just love it for card bases. So it's 4 1/4 by 11. I've gone ahead and scored it at 5 1/2. And then the Designer Series paper, of course, this is the Country Gingham. 5 1/2 by 4 1/4. We're going to cover the entire front of our card. It's really neat to do that sometimes. Thank you, Carrie. Y'all make me so happy. Okay, liquid glue on the entire back of the Designer Series paper. So that's step number 1. We do have instant prizes at the end. And, yeah, some YouTube chick candy to announce. I have to say, though, for all of y'all watching this live, this doesn't really apply to you, but like last week, I think there was only like 100 people that left a comment to enter to win, and the week before it was only like 80. So I'm like, wow, are y'all not liking the YouTube chick candy? Because all it takes is leaving a comment. Yeah, I use Comment Picker on, I use commentpicker.com, and it draws the winner. So there's no cheating or no, yeah, there's no cheating. It's pretty easy. I love using it. Okay, this is Sweet Sorbet, and I have used, let me show you the dies that we're using tonight. We're using these scallop contours, which is these, and we're using the Gingham mini embossing folder, and we're using the Love for You dies. Now, I got real confused about these dies earlier today, so Carrie, you can find the winners on my blog. So, for example, the last week's Chick Candy was the easel card. If you go right below the video box, go below the Stampin' Up products, it'll say what they won and the winner. Yeah. Oh, yes. And don't forget the like. Don't forget to hit the like button. Scallop contour dies. Love for You dies. We're gonna, these are the pieces that we're using. This really confused me, so I can't wait to show y'all how to do this, okay? But we're going to go ahead and attach this layer first, just kind of at an angle like that. And I'm just going to use liquid glue. Okay, there's that one. And then the next layer we want to emboss. So I'm going to be using the regular embossing machine, and then we'll use the mini in a little bit. So I got to reach over. Did I move everything? Jennifer, I am not doing bingo in January because Dave and I are going on our anniversary trip. Even though our anniversary is in November, it's too close to the holidays. So we try to go in January or February. And here's a little truth for y'all. I've already said this many times. I get seasonal depression, especially when I don't get to see the sun, like a lot. I'm doing this wrong. So he's taking me to Aruba in January. So we are not having bingo in January because I'm going to be gone for that. What am I doing? Goodness gracious, Angie. I'm scaring myself. That's, you know why? Because I cannot talk and do this at the same time. Oh, goodness. Okay, now, so a long story short, yes, no bingo in January. I really think I'm going to pick it back up in February. I just got to make sure that the product that I want to use that I'm looking at is going to be available. Yeah. And I don't want to lose that, so let me get this back out of the way. Yeah, so no bingo in January. I'm not going to do bingo every month. I'm doing card club every month. But my goal is to really do bingo at least once a quarter and maybe even every other month. But we'll see. Okay, so look how pretty. Can you see how pretty that looks embossed? Aruba is my happy place. We went there on our anniversary. I mean, on our, wait, when did we go there? For our honeymoon 31 years ago. Is that right? Goodness gracious, that makes me sound old. Yes, it's right. So I'm going to attach this with what? Dimensionals. Yeah, so this will be our either fourth, I think it's our fourth or fifth time. I'd really like to rent some property there and go often. So if y'all have never been to Aruba, I'll tell you why, because everybody's like, well, what makes that place so special that you want to go all the time? It's because I live in Kansas, of course, and we have a lake house in Missouri. It is so blasted humid and hot here. It like chokes you. It's so hot. Kind of like Mexico, you know? Okay, I'm angling this one as well. And the opposite, or not the opposite, but you see what I'm doing? I'm angling it. It's so windy there that the heat is not unbearable the way it is here. Like the heat is so awful here. You could be in Aruba and sit under a tree in the shade, and because of the wind, you don't even know it's 100 degrees. Yeah, that's why I like it, because it's hot, but you don't know it. And you can get seriously cooked there. I mean, like, you cannot lay out for longer than, like, I lay out like 15 minutes. That's it. Okay, we're going to be doing some coloring. Yes, the Gingham Mini embossing folder is the one we used. Gingham Mini. Yeah, Aruba, I feel like it got some bad publicity years and years and years ago when that girl was killed, which is so incredibly sad. But, you know, there's crime in every country and every place. And, yeah, it's really, I go there for the, because I don't have to feel the heat. So that was Pool Party. Next, we're going to use Pumpkin Pie. And both of these I'm using the light. There's that. I asked David if I could bring my sewing machine, and he looked at me like I'd lost my mind. I said, never mind, I was just joking. I actually wasn't joking. Okay, so Cliffy, you've been there? It's really, and the food is really good there too. I will admit that it was better on our honeymoon. It's kind of changed now. A lot of people go there, and it's been really built up. Back when we went 31 years ago, it was still very small. Although it is a small island, it's only 21 miles long and 6 miles wide, so it's a fairly small island. It's also the closest island to the equator. That was sweet sorbet, and then now we're going to use the light and the dark of crumb cake. I'm going to concentrate so I don't mess up. So here's another, I don't know if y'all want to know this, but I think it's kind of interesting. So I like sharing it because everybody loves a deal, right? So I use, for my business, now I'm using the dark. For my business, I use a Hilton American Express card, and it allows me to earn points. I mean, this is not a secret. I think, people advertise it on TV and everything. But we actually are getting our hotel stay for free because of the points that I've earned over accumulation of, I think it's taken me 2 or 3 years. I can't remember. But both times that we've stayed at the Hilton, we've stayed there for free because of the points. And then my husband flies on Southwest and has a Southwest card, and he has me as a companion. He has a companion pass. So we also get our flight for free. So that, not that we couldn't pay for it, I guess, but David probably wouldn't though. We like deals, don't y'all? The voltage over there is the same. Yeah, it's the same as here. In fact, and it's only just 1 hour time difference from Kansas City. Just 1 hour. It's on Eastern time. Yeah, so it's okay. I'm looking for my paper snips because we have to fussy cut this, and I had them earlier. Well, I'll get up and get another pair because I am not attempting this with big old scissors. Okay, Maria understands deals. Yes, love, love, love deals. Okay, back to the card. I've never been to Nicaragua. Is that how you spell it? Okay, fussy cutting. I'm going to kind of sort of not talk because I don't want to mess up. Actually, I want to cut all this extra paper away because I fussy cut so much better when it's small. Okay. So while I'm cutting, tell me, did y'all stay up to bring in the new year, or did you crash before 2023 happened? We actually stayed awake, shockingly enough. We played cornhole, and what's that ring toss? I don't know. It's a hard thing to explain. It has a ring and a hook, and you throw, I don't know what it's called. Hook ring? I don't know. I'll have to ask David. I think last year we slept, we were sleeping when the new year. I did not do the best of jobs, but it's okay because it's on top of white and it will not hardly be noticeable. See? Deborah says she passed out at 10. I wanted to pass out at 10, but David's like, okay, let's just go play cornhole. I'm actually not that bad at it, except for when I play people that play it like every week. I don't really have any athletic ability at all, so the fact that I can actually do cornhole is surprising. Okay, I'm going to use the mini. Where did I put them? Well, I have this little cart here that has everything I need. And you know what? We'll do some housekeeping notes and then we'll come back to the card. That was the perfect segue into... oh no! I found him. He's here. Yeah, we actually had... Oh, you don't know what cornhole is? Is that what it's called? It is called cornhole, right? The thing where you toss the bags into the hole. Okay, housekeeping notes. So, number one is these are our winners from last week. And I have replied to all of their comments on YouTube. So, Mary won the Dots and Spots dies. Julie won the embossed treat bags and shimmery crystal effects. And Sharon, festive pearls and North Pole sacks. So I need your address. Here's the link. Just fill out my form and I will get it in the mail to you. Our chick candy for tonight, or our YouTube chick candy, the way you enter to win is when the video is over, you leave a comment on this video, on YouTube. You don't have to go to my blog for this. So tonight's YouTube chick candy, let me take this off of here. I'll announce the winner on Thursday. So the first winner is going to win a Take Your Pick tool and this drawstring bag. Yes, I made 14 bags this past weekend. Dave and I went to the lake, and so I made some bags to give away. And then the second one is these Good Things cards and envelope pack. So that's the second YouTube chick candy. And then the third one is going to be polished pink Stampin' Blend markers. I accidentally ordered an extra set of these, so I'm going to give them away. So again, the way you enter to win, that is leave a comment on this video when it's over. And then at the end of the video tonight, I'm going to do some instant prizes. So that's instant prize number 2. This is instant prize number 1 and number 3. So if you want to stick around to the very end, I'll be giving away these instant prizes. Okay? Now, I got to stand up and get my minis. Oh, goodness gracious. There we go. 2 times I've had to stand up now. Okay. Now, we don't have much more to do on this card, but we do have to do some more die cutting, and I'm kind of saving that to the very, very end. So let me go ahead and put these little mini dimensionals on the hearts. We're going to add them to all 3 hearts, but we got to cut 1 out. I saved 1 to do in the video. Yeah, and then when we are doing the instant prizes, we'll talk a little bit about my biopsy. I'm not going to talk about it right now. We'll wait to the very end. Okay, so now here's our adhesive sheets. If you haven't ever tried them, you should. And I'm going to peel if y'all are like me at all, you get a little confused about how to use this. So I'm going to try really hard to not mess up. Yeah, I'm going to try really hard to mess up. So all I did was attach the adhesive sheet to the basic white cardstock. Okay. And then what we're going to do is we want to cut out the love you on this. Okay. I'm laughing because I'm saying this for my benefit and for y'all's benefit. So that's what we're cutting out. Okay. Let me get this stuff out of the way. That's scrap. So now I need to cut. Don't forget, if you join, you can choose this blue mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine in your starter kit, or you can choose the white one, or you can choose not to get either. But you have options. Okay, so that's plate number 1, plate number 3. Come here, I need 2. Excuse me. Whew. Okay, we're going to set that aside for a minute, and we're going to cut out the rest. And I just remembered that I cut this too big to work on the mini. So now we're going to take this one, because love is down here, okay? Love is at the bottom of this one. It doesn't matter that it's hanging over, because all I need is love. And then you is on this one. So all I need is love you. Y'all see that? So here's our U. See that? And then here's our love. And it looks a little, to me, I was like, oh, I could not find it. I was like, oh, because it looks a little wonky wonk without the rest of it. You know what I mean? Y'all will see what I mean in just a minute. Let me just bring all the pieces back in here. Okay. So here's the one we need. Even when you poke the holes, sometimes they don't come out. Oh, come on. There we go. Okay, there's love. So for Card Club, you guys are going to be getting your videos and your PDFs when I ship the package, when I ship the Card Club packs. And you'll be logging in to access it, the same place that you place the order to subscribe to Card Club. So just keep your login information to my blog handy. Yeah. Anytime you have trouble, you can reset your password. The system will do that. But I say choose your favorite term and use that as your password. Okay, now we're going to attach Love You to the shadow part. And now you just have to get that adhesive off on this. So, I don't know how y'all do this. Hopefully I'm in the camera. This set of dies is in the brand new. It'll be available on the 5th for you dies. And it's 14 dies, so it's a bunch. Oh, I forgot to cut out the other heart. So we're going to have to cut one more heart out too. Okay, focus, Angie. So see, you use the adhesive sheet and then it's like, well, how do you get the adhesive sheet off? It's actually not that hard. But sometimes having the dip on my nails makes them a little thick. Does that make sense? There we go. And now the U. I wish I could write like this. This is beautiful writing. Purty, right? Okay. Love you. He goes there. And then we need one more heart. So sorry. Chase has forgotten that I go live on Tuesdays. They sent me a video of Olivia today. Oh my gosh. They have tummy time every day so that she can build her muscles, you know. Oh, she was so cute. I can't wait to see her because I didn't get to hold her during Christmas because I was afraid I was getting like a rebound COVID because I had a sore throat. So I have not got to hold her in like 3 weeks. I'm having withdrawals. Are y'all still there? I haven't looked up in a bit. Okay, I'm going to take a small break and look up. Yes, y'all are still there. Okay, sorry. I became one with the project, and then all of a sudden I was like, whoa, I haven't checked in a while. Okay, we need a mini dimensional on this one. Brooke came over today for her lunch break and finished the rest of her thank you cards for the gifts that she got for Christmas. And she was like, do I write the thank you cards to the parent or to the child? And I'm like, you know, that's a really good question. But I would say the child because that would make them happy, right? Okay. So I told her the child. But those of you that are teachers, what is the proper thing? Gosh, I just love this owl so much. I love all the owls. Grr. Dropped it on the floor. That's like 3 times now. Do I get up or do I just cut another one? And this one gets dimensionals as well. And this one. This is a great project to use some of your minis. I know some people don't buy the minis, but I love them. And you get a bunch of them in one package. And this card doesn't have to be a Valentine's card. It could be an anniversary card, right? I think I'm just going to cut another heart because if I try to find that heart, Bella will probably find it tomorrow. Sharon, which part are you having a hard time with? If you're having a hard time finding the edge, just do it on, like, I don't know if you noticed, but like I peeled it right on the edge of the Y and on the edge of the L. That's how I have found that it's the easiest. Hopefully that'll help you. Yeah, just try to peel it on the very edge of on the very edge. Okay, now this one. Now all we have left is add our embellishments. That's not embellishments. Here they are. So we're going to add 2 minis down here. There's 2 sizes. See, this size and this size. So we're going to add the smaller one down here. And then we're going to add the larger ones up top. Okay, what do you think? Now you could decorate the inside, but I didn't. But you could. Isn't it so cute? I just love it. I wish the owls were going to be around longer than 2 months. 2 months is not long enough, right? Okay, so, oh yes, give me a thumbs up, pretty please. So Lori says that she thanked, what'd you say? I lost it. She thanks the students, even though she knew that the parents bought them. Hubby taught for 36 years, sent thank you cards to the child. Okay, thank y'all. That's what I was thinking, that the child is the one that delivered it, so make it to the child, right? Yeah. Thank you. I love it too. Okay, so I'm going to look back for questions really quick for just a second. Every week I kind of forget to do that, and I always say, if you have a question, just send me an email. But I do want to look back and see if there's like any important questions. I think, oh, don't lose my heart die. I didn't. It's right there. These magnet sheets, oh my gosh, right? Okay, I answered the one about the dies. I don't think I see any other questions. Okay, so are y'all ready for, can demonstrators order the blue mini die machine? Yes, you can right now, but you will not be able to after tomorrow. So if you're a demonstrator right now, a current demonstrator, you can order this now as a demonstrator. Once it's available for new recruits, we can't order it. Stephanie says that we can order it till the 15th. You know what? They may have extended that date because we couldn't get it during the pre-order period. Yeah, I would listen to Stephanie, Kim, because she posts our updates on our team Facebook thingy. Yeah, trust Stephanie. Okay, so we're gonna do some instant prizes now, and let me grab those. Looks like I forgot to put sticky notes on all of them. I do that every week. That's okay. I've got them right here. Any last minute questions before we do the do I have a nickname for Olivia? I do. I call her Cheerio, or Baby O. I know that her Jessica's parents have all sorts of nicknames for her too, but ever since Chase called her Cheerio, I'm like, oh, it's so cute. Even though Olivia is a beautiful name in itself. You know, once she starts talking and crawling and walking around, I'm sure we're going to have all sorts of nicknames. We're a huge nickname family. Yeah. In fact, like Bella has like 6 nicknames. Oh, I would love for you to come and sew and craft with me, Kim. I definitely have space, right? The background for the card was the Gingham mini embossing folder. And the paper was the Country Gingham. I'm not sure which one of those. Yeah. Okay, so they did extend the date for the blue for demonstrators. So yeah, so demonstrators, you can order this until the 15th. Okay. Oh, Stephanie, you got a new sewing machine? What did you get? Yeah, the embossing folder is the Gingham Mini. Okay. So the first one is, and I'm giving away retired product because, to be honest, I don't have a lot of extra product that's new because we can only order like one stamp set and one set of dies. So we couldn't order a whole bunch of them. And if other demonstrators have a bunch of them, they just have other demonstrators ordering for them. But yeah, I don't have any new product to give yet because we can only order one. Or the paper, we could order multiple, and the embellishments, but stamps and dies, we can only order one of them. Mary says, if one has the big shot, why have the mini? I will tell you, the mini is perfect for if you struggle like using your hands a lot, if you have arthritis or your shoulders or what have you hurt. This mini is almost like a toy, and this thing is so much easier to get out and use than the big one. I love the big one. It's beautiful, and white's my favorite color, but it is super heavy. This thing it's so lightweight. It's really easy to use if you know how to use it right, because some people have a hard time with the plates. And the secret is that you line the plates up like this, and this one has to be here or here, but it can't exceed past there. And that's what a lot of people do, is they don't have that plate lined up properly. Okay? Yeah. But they all work the same. So if you have the big one, you don't have to get this one. But this one is a perfect travel size too, because it really only weighs like, I mean, I guess I could lift it with one finger. I barely can lift the white one with my entire hand. Okay, so we are ready to start giving away the instant prizes. And yes, it's a great one to take to Crops if you go to Crops. Yes, it'll fit in your suitcase and you won't have to pay extra. But no, in the catalog though, it tells you which dies will fit in the mini. So for example, if we go to the page, where is, right here. Okay, so look, if we go to the catalog, it says mini. It has a little mini symbol on it. So these, remember the Wintry 3D, which is my most favorite that we use during the holidays, that works in the mini. So anything that fits in the mini embossing wise is identified. And then also on the dies, if you'll notice, there's also the little icons here. So mini on that one, mini on this one, not that one because it's too long, but they're marked. So just look at your catalog and you'll notice the ones that you can use with the mini. Okay? Yeah, I like looking through the catalog. I mean, the rule of thumb is, yes, it has to be smaller than, so this plate measures 3.5 inches. So you can go about 3 1/4. And the length of it is 7, and I would say 6 1/2. 6 1/2 is 6 3/4 would be the maximum length, right? Okay. The first prize we're going to give away, the way you're going to enter to win. So this is instant. Those of you that are watching after the fact, so sorry, but you can enter to win the YouTube chick candy. So the way the way that we're going to do this is you're going to type in the chat box right now, and this one we're going to type P1, and I'm going to draw the 9th name to win this. And you're going to choose whether you want 6 by 6 or 6 by 12. Okay, and so what catalog is the Gingham embossing folder in? That is a good question. I think it's a carryover from the holiday, right? Let me look. I think it's a carryover from the holiday. Okay, so we have 9 names. So let me draw this real quick. I'm on live chat. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Patricia Weed. Patricia. You're the winner. Congratulations. Do you want 6 by 6 or 6 by 12? So let me know. I need your address to send this, and here's where the form is, okay? This is the URL. Take a picture of this with your phone, and that's where you fill out the form so that I can mail your paper to you. Y'all been doing a really good job about doing this, though. Okay, the next one is going to be this pale papaya ribbon. I have oodles of this stuff. And this is going to be P2. And I'm going to draw the 11th name. So type in P as in Paul, P2, and I'm going to draw the 11th name. There is a bit of a lag. P2. Okay. There is 11 now, so let me draw that one. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Sue, and I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce your last name, but N-I-E-W-S-K-I, okay? Sorry, my handwriting is awful. It's chicken scratch, right? So I just need your mailing address, and fill out my form and give me your mailing address, and I will get that shipped. And then our final instant prize tonight is, oh, let me move the form. So the final one is going to be this Berry Delightful full pack of paper cut at 6 by 12, and then the Berry Blessings stamp set. And so this is going to be P5, and I'm going to draw the 13th name. Okay, so P5. As soon as I'm done with the instant prizes, I will get you that item number for the mini gingham folder. Okay, so we have, man, the chat box is doing some crazy wonky stuff. We have the winner for P5, but the chat box is kind of going wonky wonk. Okay, so Carrie started with the P5, which is this. So it's going to take me a minute to get the 13th name because they're kind of intermingled. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Wait. Lost count. Got to go back. So sorry, guys. Okay, Carrie was the first one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, so Anita, and it is RATLIFF. Okay, congratulations. I did count that twice. And here's the form. I need your address. So just fill out the form and I'll get it sent out. Okay, so now let me move that off the screen. I want to stay here for another minute, and we are going to find, Patricia, don't forget to let me know if you want 6 by 6 or 6 by 12, okay? You can fill it out on that form if you want to. So we are looking for the mini gingham embossing folder. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I'm just getting the catalogs. Let's see, I can't show you the celebration. I can't show you the new mini. Do I have the holiday mini here? Or is it MIA? Okay. Oh, you know what? I'm going to do this out of camera. I'm going to look and see if it mentions the gingham. Y'all can't see this, right? No. Is the gingham mini retiring? Help. Who's on here? It's in the big catalog? Okay. If it had been a snake, it would have bit me, right? Oh, yeah, here it is. Okay, gingham mini on page 176. It doesn't look like it, but it is. Yeah. See? Thank y'all. Okay, who was asking? I did notice that some people typed the wrong number, but I didn't count them. So, yeah. Next week I'll change it up. I'll even change the P to something else. Yeah. Maybe next week I'll start it with an I. I don't know. I can't go any further back on the chat now. So, any other questions before I sign off? Yeah, so my next live video will be next, actually, an announcement, yes. So I'll go live on Thursday because that's when the catalog launches. So we will go through this thing. I can't open it tonight because we are not allowed as demonstrators. But on Thursday, when it launches, I will be going live. I don't know the time just yet. I've got some doctor's appointments and stuff to go through. Yeah, and I forgot to talk about the whole biopsy. Same as the first one. It's atypical, which means not good. More test. Yeah. It just means more test. Yeah. Yeah. So it was atypical, and there's like 2 really big long words after it, which was the same thing that the first one was. So now the second one is also atypical, blah, 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 blah. It's got 2 names after it. Anyway, it's kind of it's not cancer now, which is great, but it just has a really high chance of becoming cancer. So that's why I'll have to start going for lots of tests more often, right? So the next thing is an MRI, but they have to wait and let the biopsy area heal. And that's going to take several months. So the good thing is I don't have to do anything for the next few months because it's got to heal now, which I thought that was strange, but it was a lot more painful than the first one. So anywho, yeah, I'm fine, but I do appreciate the prayers because, an MRI, and they cannot do an open MRI. Like normally if you get an MRI, you can get the open one. I can't get the open one. Where did I put my cards? I hid my cards. Yeah, I can't get an open one for this. So she said that I can have someone in the room. I can request to have one of the techs stay in the room and talk to me and hold my leg or my arm or my hand. I'm like, okay, maybe that'll work. I don't want to take Valium or whatever they offered today. I'm like, nope, I'll be fine. Okay, yeah, so nothing really bad, but not positive. But yeah, we're optimistic. Things will be fine. It's not cancer now, so that's the good news. Anywho, yeah, so I'll see y'all Thursday. It will be during the day. I'm gonna say probably around noonish. Yeah. Oh, little googly eyes would be cute on this. I think the eyes on this thing is probably the cutest part of it, right? The little eyes. It reminds me of like those Precious Moments. Is that what it's called? Precious Moments dolls. Their eyes are just so pretty. Okay, I'm going to sign off. I'll see y'all Thursday. Have a great night, and thank you so much for being here. And the blog post will be up tomorrow, Wednesday, with a free PDF and everything. Okay, y'all have a good night. Thank you.